What's up, everybody? It is Banned Book Week, so why not enjoy some first lines from some banned books? It was 7 minutes after midnight. When he woke in the woods in the dark and the cold of the night, he'd reach out to touch the child sleeping beside him. Once there were 4 children whose names were Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy. The Simon Snow series from Encyclowikia, the People's Encyclopedia. Yeah, well, that's not really the first line. Here we go. There was a boy in her room. Yup. 136 days before. The week before I left my family and Florida and the rest of my minor life to go to boarding school in Alabama, my mother insisted on throwing me a going-away party. I've watched through his eyes, I've listened through his ears, and I tell you he's the one, or at least as close as we're going to get. Sir, she repeats, how soon do you want it to get there? At the time I realized I might be fictional, my weekdays were spent at a publicly funded institution on the north side of Indianapolis called White River High School, where I was required to eat lunch at a particular time between 12:37 p.m. and 1:14 p.m. by forces so much larger than myself that I couldn't even begin to identify them. The most important email that Darcy Patel ever wrote was 3 paragraphs long. The villagers of Little Hangleton still called it the Riddle House, even though it had been many years since the Riddle family had lived there. Late in the winter of my 17th year, my mother decided I was depressed, presumably because I rarely left the house, spent quite a lot of time in bed, read the same book over and over, ate infrequently, and devoted quite a bit of my abundant free time to thinking about death. 2 households both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. Who's there? Well, I hope you enjoyed some of those first lines. Some were longer than others, and it makes you kind of question, if you were to judge a book based on its first line alone, would you think it would be a banned one? Leave your answers in the comments below, and I will see you next video. Bye.